This experience happened when I was 21, 5 years ago. It's something that has played on my mind ever since, but I've never talked about it. I went to dinner with a friend from university. Let's call her Amy. We each had 1 glass of red wine with dinner. I was staying at her house that night, and by the time we got back, I was totally sober. It was just 1 glass, and I never felt tipsy. Amy was in her ensuite brushing her teeth, and I was lying on her double bed on my side, facing the bathroom she was in. All of a sudden, I felt a very distinct sensation. A hand with long nails running down my back, from my neck to my lower back. It felt real. I could feel each finger and the long nails, and it tickled just like a real hand would. I spun around in shock and faced the other side of the room, and for a split second, I saw a tall, middle-aged man staring directly at me. His eyes were locked on mine, and it was the most uncomfortable, unnatural thing I've ever felt. He was perfectly aligned with the far wall of the bedroom, about 5 meters away. But there was no one there who could have touched me, no explanation for the human hand I had just felt. I started crying and called out for Amy, even though she was just in the next room. I told her what happened. I was super emotional. And then she started crying too. When I asked her why, she told me she had felt like someone had been watching her from the corner of her room for months. She even showed me texts to her boyfriend where she had told him she was struggling to sleep because of it. What's more unsettling is that a well-known male serial killer, someone who preyed on young men, used to live just 2 doors down from Amy's house. I didn't know this until I looked it up afterward. It's taken me years to process what happened because of how real it was. I felt the hand. I saw the man. This stuff is real. My boyfriend and I were living at my family's ancestral home in the Philippines. The house is around 50 years old now, and growing up, I heard a lot of stories and folktales surrounding it, but I never really believed any of them, until this incident. It was almost midnight, and my boyfriend was already asleep while I was watching YouTube on my phone. Our bedroom is a rectangular room, and our bed faces the windows. I was lying on the bed, facing away from him, still watching videos. Suddenly he got irritated and told me to stop tapping his foot. He said I had woken him up. I told him I wasn't doing anything and brushed it off, thinking maybe he was just dreaming. I kept watching for about another hour before eventually falling asleep. Around 2 to 4 a.m., I suddenly woke up, feeling confused, almost like I'd just come out of a dream. As I looked around the room, I noticed something odd. The right corner of our room was unusually dark. That was strange because our bright, flashy internet router was supposed to be in that exact corner, and now it was just pitch black. I stared at that corner, waiting for my eyes to adjust, and then I saw it. A tall shadow of a man. I stared at it for about 10 seconds, not blinking, trying to adjust my eyes to make sure I was really seeing it. The shadow's head almost touched the ceiling. Still thinking I might have just been dreaming, I brushed it off and went back to sleep. The next morning my boyfriend was super grumpy because he hadn't slept well. While I was getting back into bed after going to the bathroom, I told him, "You know, I had a weird dream last night. I woke up and looked over there," I pointed at the corner, "and I saw a..." Before I could finish, he interrupted, "You saw it too? The tall man?" I got goosebumps. I told him I saw it when I woke up in the middle of the night. He said he saw it when he first woke up and felt someone tapping his foot. He hadn't told me right away because he didn't want to scare me. Needless to say, we called a priest to bless our room and the whole house. We haven't had any incidents before or since then.